Hello, it is FMC. I'm Jeremy. That is SP3. Welcome to your Monday morning chat, first morning coffee, first morning chat, first Monday chat, whatever you want FMC to stand for is what it stands for. I don't think it stands for fuck Michael Cole anymore. It's really good. I got to mute myself. Sorry.
He is good. He is good. We could let him slide. Let him slide. But yes, first morning chat, first morning coffee. We are here for it. First morning challenge. Because we're gonna talk a lot about the challenge, our critically acclaimed interview that has both haters and stan accounts going wild about what Paulie and Cara had to say about it. We're gonna be talking Challenge USA because it got juicy. I finally see what y'all been. I saw little bits and pieces of what y'all was talking about with Big Brother 23 on this episode. So this was a very good episode. We got to look at our draft results. I also didn't tell you this before we went live, but tonight is the finale for Love Island UK 2022. So I'm going to be telling you who, Mr. JJ, I know you're out in the UK. Anyone watching from the UK, you still have time to vote for the favorites, and I will tell you all about what we missed from the last week, who's been eliminated, who's the final four couples. We got a lot to talk about. It'll be a shorter episode, but still a lot to talk about.
JJ says, so my favorite big star, non-CP3 choke artist, SP3. Football finally came home. Shout out to Linus, who brought it home. Much love. I don't know anything about that football, JJ, but I'm happy football came home for you. Came home for you, SP3. You're an Englander now.
I'm here, Jeremy. I could break the news here. I'm here for 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks. The excursion is about to be over. I'm going to visit the Wrestle Talk guys tomorrow. My final visit before the excursion is done. I'm coming back home to New York, where I belong. Well, actually, I'm going to be living not too far from New York. I'll be living closer to WWE headquarters for reasons you might have heard of from me before. But yes, I'm gonna be coming home to the United States.
I'm glad you're finally actually coming home to the U.S. It's been I feel like you have lived there. Like you've legitimately lived there all summer. It really was an excursion. You did some stints in Progress, did some stints in Rev Pro. You know, I don't know if any other UK
because they don't have any like UK basketball excursion. Like I went to went to Italy and played ball.
Yeah, you went to the Euro League. Yeah, there you go. You went to the Euro League over there. You good? Played with Luca. Played somewhere over there, I'm sure. I don't know.
Luka Doncic, the kids got accents now. My daughter's saying chippies when I'm eating French fries. She's like, I want some chippies. And
does she really?
Yes.
That rules.
It's crazy out here. Yeah, yes. But finally, the prodigal son is coming home. I'm coming home, ladies and gentlemen, to the United States. I'm still Team USA when we go to the Olympics.
Let's talk about this Paulie and Cara Marie interview that we did last week. So last Monday, I said it on here. I said we might have a big surprise for everybody, for all the FMC fans. Like this is a cool deal for us, right? And then Monday afternoon, we did end up recording it, so it became a reality. Here's how all this went down, everybody. Let me take everybody behind the scenes on how this interview came together. 2 weeks ago, right? 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Timelines are way off. Everyone knows I'm terrible with dates. 2 weeks ago, we did the episode where I had to do my slideshow, my PowerPoint presentation on why Paulie and Cara are horrible, why I don't like them on the challenge, which is hilarious in hindsight.
No, it's because you don't like them. You had to do a PowerPoint on why they're challenge legends.
Yes, that's true. I had to put them over. Yes, yeah.
In your reality, yes, you were really saying
right.
You didn't like them.
Because as everyone knows, the Challenge All-Stars draft was rigged against me, and so that is why I lost. I had to do it why they were legends. And so we did the PowerPoint presentation, and their name was in the headline. Paulie and Carr's name was in the headline because it was slow NBA week. We headlined with some challenge stuff. So yeah, it was in the headline. We streamed this on Sean Ross Sapp's Twitter. So people might be watching this on Sean Ross Sapp's Twitter right now. He's got a lot of followers. I don't know if you know this.
He does.
SP3.
He does.
I'm sure 2 weeks ago it was less. Right now it's at 188,000. He's got a lot of followers. Sean Ross Sapp does. So
he got even more over the weekend.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, body. 2 weeks ago it was less.
He caught a body out in Nashville to the point my missus was like, she got sick of seeing it on her timeline. She just went off Twitter.
That's fair. That's very fair. If Cher joins us, maybe she'll give us more insight on that. But yeah, he's got a lot of followers. Somebody who follows him saw it, and they retweet it and they tag Paulie and Cara in it. And then later on in the afternoon, Sean messages me on Slack, and he always does this shit. He just puts in the chat, Jeremy, what is this? And I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm in trouble. What do I do now? Am I getting fired? Like, what's gonna happen? And it's a screenshot of Paulie DMing Sean of saying like, hey man, saw you guys are talking about us on the show. If you want to do an interview with us, let me know. So Paulie messages Sean, and then he posts me that screenshot in the chat, and I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. Like this is the best thing ever that Paulie is messaging you want to do. He's like, Sean's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I was like, sorry, my bad. Because here's the thing is like, I know Sean gets a bunch of DMs, right? People DM him about dumb shit all the time. So he doesn't know who Paulie is. He's never watched the challenge in his life, but Paulie's got the blue tick. So I imagine it went through and like Sean thought it was important and everything. But he's probably just like, why does this person want to interview? What is he talking about? So I thought like, fuck, I'm in trouble over this. And then he's like, do you want me to connect you guys? I was like, yes, please. So Sean starts a group DM with me, him, and Paulie. And he's like, hey, this is Jeremy. He's the one who does the show. Do you guys want to do the interview? And I messaged Paulie. I was like, hey, we'd love to do this. Let me know what time. I message JJ says you could thank me for the PowerPoint presentation. It finally did. It did. Like the PowerPoint presentation is a good look. It's a good look.
It is.
So I message you and share, and I show you guys a screenshot of the DM. And I was so mad at you guys because I was like, you guys, I think I just put this like twice. So I was like, you guys, and then you guys all caps. And then I put the screenshot and I was like, this is like, and that was it. And then like 2 minutes passed and neither of you replied. And I'm like, it's been 2 minutes. Somebody reply to me. This is like the biggest thing we've ever done. Why aren't you on your phone right now? I have no idea what you guys are doing. You could have been in the middle of anything. And I just was like, drop everything you're doing and reply to my DM. Like, I'm so excited about this. And then finally, you both got back to me like 3 minutes instead of 2 minutes later. But I was so agitated. This happened before when OKC traded for Paul George, and I was texting Sammer. I was like, OKC traded for Paul George. And like a minute passed. I was like, why aren't you replying to me right now? Like, there's nothing more important going on in your life than this trade. And that's how I felt when I sent this DM to you guys. Like, whatever you're doing, it's not more important than my DM right now. And I think you were like, is this real? And I'm like, yes, this is 100% real. I'm talking to him right now to get this all set up. So we had conversation over the week to try to figure out a time. We were going to do like Tuesday, and then Tuesday didn't work. So we were like, does Monday work? Monday ended up working. So we got it all set up, and I'm the type of person who doesn't like announcing things until they're like recorded or it's live or anything like that. And so I didn't want to like say we're interviewing Paulie and Cara and then it fall through and then everybody's like disappointed and everything. So that's why I just hinted at it, and then it did happen. We went in over an hour. I mean, I think the interview was like an hour, a little over an hour, but then we talked like beforehand for a while. We talked afterhand a while. Like we probably talked to them for like a good hour and a half, hour, 45 minutes at minimum.
Yeah.
They're very cool. SP3 did sell me out in the interview of like, Jeremy did a PowerPoint presentation of why you guys are terrible people. Which rolled.
We had to tell them how this
Yeah.
came to be.
Oh, 100%. I had no problem with it. It's like, I mean, I'll own up to anything. I don't give a shit. But yeah, I thought it was hilarious. You're like, well, this is how this all came together. I defended myself. I was just like, look, here's what happened. Like, and they seemed cool with it. Like, it didn't
Good
seem like
sports,
they,
yeah.
yes, it didn't seem like they gave a shit about any of it. And I like a lot of what they had to say, as far as like their views on the challenge. I didn't want to get into, and SB3 can give his thoughts on this as well. Like, I brought up what happened after the show with their personal life and the sort of like all the drama there. I think I just like called it like the drama and the fallout and everything. This was not the platform to like grill them on their cheating and any type of stuff that went on there, because they genuinely seem happy. It was years ago. That's their story to tell. I'm not going to sit here and be like, well, did you cheat? Did you do this? I think they've talked about it in other interviews. And as I said on the show, as everyone knows, I love. They seem happy. Good for them. We're there to talk about the challenge. We weren't going to talk about, you know, Cara even was more open than I thought she would be as far as like her, what like she went through with everything. And then she said Paulie supported her, and like, good. Like, not my place to like grill them on that kind of stuff. We were there to talk about the challenge, and we didn't need to get into it. I referenced the cheating and everything that happened afterwards. I thought that was enough. Nobody messaged me saying like, why didn't you do this, and this? But I did want to like address that, because that was in the PowerPoint presentation of like, there's a lot of cheating. Like, it did seem to happen. Both sides. And again, they referenced it a little bit of like, well, I didn't cheat, we were broken up, like all this kind of stuff. But yeah, that's why we didn't like go too deep into that. It was a challenge interview podcast.
Yeah, I think that we addressed what we needed to address, especially like I was also surprised because at first I didn't know if Cara was gonna get, you know, be as open as she really was about, you know, her previous relationships on the challenge. She didn't reference anybody by name, but you kind of know the stuff that she's alluded to in the past, you know, her original relationship that she got into on the challenge, then the rebound on in Vendettas, and to find out some stuff, like they kind of alluded to some stuff, how these people like really are, especially with, you know, the previous relationship that she had with Kyle, and how that didn't, you know, stuff we didn't see on camera, and how that played off, and why they had such a bad fallout come the following season when she did meet Paulie. I thought that she was very open about everything, and I was like, I kind of, a lot of the interview, you know, myself and Sharon, even you, Jeremy, you asked a lot of the questions, but we were quiet for a lot of it because they kind of just let us know. Yeah, they let us know stuff like we probably were gonna ask them, and they just kind of just said what they had to say. And I also love when, because primarily the interview was about talking about the challenge, and I like their feedback, especially Paulie on the end of like what he's thought of the challenge since they left. All the storylines that these producers have kind of left wide open because they were kind of the central villains of season 34 War of the Worlds 2, and him hearing that he kind of told them in the exit interviews, like, you got this relationship, you got this, you can kind of like put us in the middle, and there's strings and connections to everybody going on in the challenge. And it's they kind of alluded to stuff that we kind of assumed with, like, people like, Bananas having a little bit more of the producer's ears and not really liking how they played the game. He was out after a few episodes in season 34, and then Paulie and Cara are gone. He wins the next season, and he's like, oh, I'm good for now. Like, so yeah, it was cool hearing all of that, and I love them kind of playing it off after they kind of buried certain people, and then them being like, oh no, but if we were on the season, Banana, CT, we would make sure they get to the final. Loved it. I loved how they came across there, and like I've been saying a couple of times, either to you guys or on different platforms, that I love the fact that me and Jeremy are very much used to doing wrestler interviews where it can go either way. You'll get a wrestler that you ask, a one sentence question to, and they give you maybe like a 5 minute answer, a 10 minute answer, or there's some wrestlers who give you the one word answer off of some of your questions. You have to kind of pull more when it comes to wrestlers. With reality stars, it seems like you could get through I went through half of my question to Carla talking about her evolution, and then she just went in about everything. That's how she opened up about her past relationship and stuff. So I just love that. I love that aspect of it, and that's why I was like, after the fact, I was like, this is one of the best interviews chats I've ever had. I want to thank Jeremy, thank Sean Ross Sapp for the opportunity for that. Share as well, because her input, and especially hearing from like a woman's perspective, her and Kara kind of like meet on that level of the past stuff that they've been through. I think this interview is one of the best things we've done on this channel together, so I'm very proud of it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and it was a lot of fun because Paulie and Cara were so like open. They just went, like, you just throw one topic at them and they just went on it for however long they went on. And it's very tough. Like, I do apologize to you and Cher, because I realized I carried like a bulk of the interview, and it's like very tough to do a three person like interview, and we've never done an interview together either. If you go back and watch like Jensen and I interview, like our first couple of interviews, like they are rough as far as like, oh, am I supposed to talk here? Like, who's asking this question? Who's that? Like, it's tough to do like multi-person interviews like that, especially if you're not in person, because you're trying to read like verbal cues and everything. It can be very difficult to do that kind of stuff. And because I'd never done an interview with you guys, and I was trying not to have like too much silence. I was like, okay, are they going to talk? Are they like, I kind of took over a big portion of that, and I'm sorry about that I didn't let you guys ask questions a little bit more.
100%. You did a great job of anchoring the conversation, because sometimes it would seem like they were like done saying something, and then Paulie would just like start talking again, and it's just like it was very hard to kind of fit in. Even for yourself, kind of doing the anchor job, it was tough for you to kind of fit in, to kind of ask a question to lead them into a different topic. So I definitely think that you did a great job. It's tough. I did a 2-person interview with myself and Sat interviewing Miro, and I thought that was tough. Like, I kind of had to be like, okay, Sat, you can ask your question now. Like, you had to do like stuff like that, which is very difficult with, especially doing it in this form.
Yeah. The multi-person interview is very, very tough. Again, like the first one's Jensen and I did. There's a couple of moments of just like awkward silence, or like I'm not expecting that he's expecting me to talk, and so like I'm fucked in my head of what question I'm trying to gather and everything. Now we have like a rhythm and a pattern, and it's all good. Yeah, it can be very difficult. But I realized like after the interview was over, I was like, oh man, I talked way too much. Like, I asked way too many questions and didn't allow them to talk like at all, and I'm very sorry about that. But I appreciate you saying I did a good job on that, because I did feel bad about it. But yeah, overall, I thought it was good. I thought it was fun. We might have more challenge people on in the future, and we shall see. Because I haven't reached out to anybody yet, but I think after this last episode of Challenge USA, I might reach out to some people.
I started following a few people after this last episode of Challenge USA. I was like, oh man, I gotta start following certain people on here. And I also not to break our rule, but I watched a certain show this weekend, and I saw a Challenge Godfather in the front row, so I tagged him. I know Cher is probably closer with him and has interacted with him more. That's the person I would love to get on, because not only could we do the interview, but Jeremy could do a bunch of articles off of that, because we see he's such a big wrestling fan. So
see, and like Cher messages me like halfway through the interview with Paul and Carr, because I said it before we went on air when we were all talking. I was like, I want to try to ask like wrestling questions, so I can just get like an article out of this as well. And then by the time like we were rolling, because they told us beforehand, they said they had about an hour, and then we had clipped an hour easily. And so like but she messaged me like halfway through. She's like, Jeremy, ask your wrestling question. And I didn't see this until like the interview was over because I wasn't checking my messages or anything. But yeah, she was like, ask your wrestling question. But we were just like rolling on challenge stuff that I didn't want to jump in and be like, well, this is a wrestling website. Let me ask you this wrestling question. Like I wasn't just gonna like try to shoehorn it in there. At the end, Paulie did mention like being a wrestling fan, and he mentioned like Hulk Hogan and everything. So like I could have probably tossed it in right there, but I didn't want to take up their time when they said they had an hour and then we were already over an hour, even though it seemed like they were willing to go like way longer. You never know with that kind of stuff. So I'm not going to be the person who's like, okay, you said an hour. Let me ask you one more question, even though we're over an hour and now we're here in an hour. I don't know what they have to do and shit. So I try to like hit that time mark. If we go over, we go over, especially with the way they were going. Like that's a big reason why we ended up going over. But yeah, I wasn't just going to try to throw the wrestling question in there and then keep them even longer. But yeah, Mark Long, if we'd get him, then yeah, easy wrestling question to ask. And maybe, maybe Paula and Cara they seemed open to come back. And if they end up getting on another season of the challenge, which is hopefully soon, we can get them back on to talk about their experience there. And then maybe I can ask them some wrestling questions and we'll figure that out. But yeah, I did have a wrestling question for them to try to get an article out of it. And unfortunately, not unfortunately, it was a great interview, but we went over what, the hour that they said, and I didn't want to just like keep them longer than we'd already kept them.
Yeah. And I wish that we would have been recording beforehand because bit with them getting their lighting and the laptop setup was probably the funniest part of the whole interview. Like he even said it in a few of like replies to the picture where Jeremy made me a meme. He took the 10 seconds of the interview. I did have a big smile on my face. I wasn't laughing because my face was hurting afterwards because I was smiling so much because of stuff they were saying. But Jeremy got the 10-second portion of the interview where I looked miserable. And every time I shared the picture, whether it was on Instagram or to my friends afterwards, they was like, why you look so mad? And
it rules though. It rules that you looked angry. And so again, as you said, you look angry, and so I just turned into a meme. It rules that you look like that. You look so displeased that we have Paulie and Cara on, like these fucking assholes.
And I'm the one that's the fan. I'm never.
I know. That's why it rules. There's layers to it.
Puts them over. Always puts them over. Call them they are the necessary evil to some people, but the necessary portion of drama that's been missing the last 3 main seasons of the challenge. And talking to them just further confirmed that. And like when we were talking about Challenge USA and stuff, I was just like, what a missed opportunity not having Paulie on that season. Like, how better this season would be if Paulie was on there, the one person with experience in the challenge. Like, you just put one person who has previous experience in the challenge, a part of this Challenge USA. I think it would have been even better. It would have took shorter than what it's been 3-4 episodes before it really got some drama cooking. It would have been from episode 1 if Paulie was inserted there.
It would have been. I mean, Paulie just he knows. He's very much a reality TV star. And I say that as a compliment of like, he understands how to stir things up a little bit. He's a competitor. And that's one thing that I do like about him is like, he's there to compete and to win. And just by doing that, you're going to create drama. Like just by trying to win. And we saw it on this episode. We'll get into the Challenge USA. Like we saw it on this episode of Challenge USA, right? Is like Xavier, everyone knows, especially from the Big Brother 23, everyone knows how good Xavier is. He was my top pick.
Yeah.
And this draft was rigged as well because they gave me the top pick. So it forced me to take him knowing that he didn't win. So
how do we, this is like a complete 180 though. Like this is a good transition to start talking about it. But complete 180 from our All-Stars draft where 1 and 2 won the whole thing. 1 and 2 is out 3 episodes in on Challenge USA.
It's rigged. It's all rigged. Everything's rigged. If I don't win,
I love
it's
it.
rigged. So everyone knows Xavier is a great player. And the people who kind of know that most are Kylan and Alyssa, right? Like that's
Yeah.
who knows it most. And they won this challenge. Like they won the fourth challenge. And so they had their choices of who they were going to throw in. They were thinking about throwing in like Love Island people and all the stuff. And in the end, they threw in, they were being told like, hey, maybe you throw in Xavier. And even they had the inkling like, hey, like this is a game. Like we're here to like win this game. We know how good Xavier is. Alyssa's like, he's a really good friend off the show. Kylan, I told you about the drama between Kylan and Xavier at the end of Big Brother. Even Kylan's like, we've kind of talked and repaired things a little bit. Like we're okay right now. They were both like, we know how good Xavier is. Like, what if we just take our shot now and throw him in? And they did. They did throw him in. And we saw Derek at the elimination. He looks over. He's like, it's a puzzle. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah. He's like, nah, don't do it.
He was like, nah,
right.
Don't do it.
Right. Don't do this. And Alyssa's like, oh, fuck, Derek's telling me not to do it. And in the end, they're just like, we're going to do it. And they did it. And David, who Cher absolutely hates, didn't want to take him. And is just like, oh, okay, well, he's facing David. Like, come on, they got
exactly. I just went by what Cher was telling me, and when it's David and Justine, who's a Love Island. She won Love Island. Justine, yeah. I was like, she won Love Island, but she's still a Love Island person. Right. I was like, yeah, I don't know if this was the best move. And then the elimination happened, and I was just like, they went about it all wrong with just accepting the penalties. I think that was the big difference there, because they looked like they were on the verge of getting that puzzle right themselves, but having a 30-second head start, I think that was their downfall.
Yeah, that was, they definitely went through it the wrong way of just like, let me just smash all the panels and then take the penalty. That was dumb. Just be smarter about it. Don't take any penalty and then do the puzzle. But yeah, they went about it the wrong way. Xavier's just decided, he's like, I got a lot of anger. I'm just going to smash all the panels. No, be smart about it. And they didn't. But like they got like a 50-second penalty and the other team got like a 10-second penalty. So they had a 40-second advantage there, which is a lot. But they got to start their puzzle before the other team was done. And then it took them a while to do their puzzle. You never know like what the actual time is, like when they finished and when, like if they kept going, would they have finished? Like that's one thing I want to know. Like keep doing the puzzle and then what would happen? Like would you have finished within that 40 seconds? And if so, like could you have actually won this? But yeah, Xavier and Shan got eliminated. And my favorite part about all of this is like Shan afterwards, like they made a big mistake. Like they shouldn't have done that and everything. Y'all got eliminated, all right? You can't say nothing. Like they actually did the right thing because y'all ain't coming back. They made a big mistake. If y'all had won and you came back in and could have like, oh, okay, now we're targeting you guys. Like y'all did make a big mistake throwing in us in here, and now we're back. Like what are you gonna do now? Y'all lost. Y'all ain't got no say in this game right now. It's like they actually made a great game move because they got y'all out of there. But Shan, I don't know what she was thinking with her post comments of like, oh yeah, they made a mistake. Like they're never gonna forget this and everything. I thought
Xavier was worse. Calling first he made fun of how Alyssa looks, which I didn't think was cool. That's never regardless of how you feel, calling her Megamind, saying that she looks like Megamind, but Megamind is a smart person. That's the whole thing with the character. And then saying that she's dumb for what she did. It's either one or the other. Pick one struggle, as I always say. Pick one struggle, my dude. Like she can't be Megamind and be dumb. If she looked like Megamind, she's Megamind because she put this all together. She came in. You were the one that they did y'all confessionals back to back, and she's like, I'm coming in and I'm coming for the cookout, and you're on the other side being like, oh, this is the closest person to me in the house. Like, you the one that looks dumb here. Like, you thought that it was all good. She was just gonna let go what happened in Big Brother 23, but they know that you're good. You could play under the radar, like everybody said you were doing in the first 3 challenges, not trying not to win too early, trying to pace yourself, but they got you before you were able to execute your whole game plan. So they did the right thing. And and a lot of the people that they told, or they were like telling about their move, whether it was Angela, whether it was Derek, those are Big Brother people. So that's they have more people on their side from the Big Brother side, because I know Xavier's point was they did it too early and now the Big Brother side is not going to trust them. But Angela, who's the strongest female from the Big Brother side, knew what they were going to do and didn't have an issue with it really, because she was like, oh, if the attention's on Xavier, that's good for me because I'm the strongest girl right now, and if they got all the attention, then I'm perfectly fine. And Derek don't seem that good, because I would think that Derek would have done good in this trivia challenge, but this dude didn't know not one actress that played Catwoman. Like, I was just like, what the hell is going on here? Like, I did enjoy this trivia a lot. This trivia was great.
Oh, the trivia, yeah, it was great. Any trivia contest, I love TJ's reactions to all of them, where he just like cracks up laughing when they get it wrong and shit. It's so good. It's so good.
You would have done good. You would have done. I would have want to be paired with you when they did the hockey one. When they did the hockey question.
Oh yeah, when they were like
loves this
Stanley Cup champions. That was great. I think it was Xavier's like Pittsburgh, like not Pirates.
Oh no,
Pittsburgh.
It was what's his name? The one that always talks about his wife Kiki, Danny or something like that.
Oh, okay, like, okay.
No, yeah. He was the one. Pittsburgh. I know it's Pittsburgh. He was like Penguins, and TJ was
he's like Penguins, ice. And, made sense.
Yeah. He talked about it in the confessional. I was like, oh man, I love it. But he's basically a stronger version of Corey. How Corey always brings up his kids, he always brings up his wife Kiki. Like, I'm like, okay, here's a confessional from Danny. He's gonna bring up his wife Kiki. I know his wife Kiki more than I know his name.
Yeah, the trivia ones are always very good. But this like overall, like, we've been down on the challenge. I mean, we said it in the interview, like, it is what it is. This was an episode like that makes all right, challenge is back, baby, because like we got. And there was the Big Brother 23 alliance. There's a lot of Big Brother 23 players coming into this. And if you watch that season like I did, like kind of how that season was run, how the alliances were formed, how everything worked out. And they had a lot of players from that season in the challenge. So all that history kind of carried over. And that's what made this season, to me, and when we did our draft, I think I said, like, that's what made it a little bit intriguing. Like, okay, do they work together? Do they turn on each other because they know, like, how good, like, how's this all going to play out? And the fact that they've turned on each other. I mean, we've got Tiffany, who I think Tiffany went the furthest female on Big Brother 23, or maybe it was Azza. But Tiffany was like big mastermind.
I think Tiffany was second place, wasn't she?
Was she? I thought Azza was second place. I'll check the Big Brother 23. Because you could be right. Let's see here. Runner up was Derek. Yeah, Azza was second, and then Tiffany was actually like first. But Tiffany was like kind of like big mastermind behind like the cookout and everything. And it was a different Derek, not Derek who's on this season of the challenge. Different Derek. Was there. But yeah, Tiffany was first female from the cookout to get eliminated, but she like really like kind of mastermind that whole thing. But she went out, and then Xavier, who I thought one of the best Big Brother players in history, the way he played Big Brother 23 and out 4th episode, because they brought that Big Brother 23 drama and all of that history. They brought it over to the challenge, and then they did it all here. And that's what we love about the challenge, though, is if you just have new people coming in every single time who don't know each other, who don't have history with each other, it's like, oh, now we got to do that. That's why, like, it's like, oh, vets run the game and everything, because all these new people come in and just like yeah, sure, whatever you want to do, bananas, whatever you want to do, CT. Like they just don't take any shots like that. And if you keep having returning people, then you can start taking these shots. Like, no, fuck them. They screwed me over here. Like, I know how good this person is. I'm gonna take them out here. Like, that's what's great. Has always been great about the challenge is the history between competitors. And there was a lot of history between the Big Brother 23 competitors. It carried over to here. This is what we need. We need big groups like this continuing to return so you can continue this drama and the storylines that go as part of the game. I don't need drama and story of like, hey, let's just yell at each other and then nothing actually happens as part of the game. This was let's mastermind, let's go behind people's backs, and then let's throw you in and get you eliminated and actually create game drama. And I thought this was one of the best challenge episodes in a very long time.
100% agree with you. Like we need more big moves like this. Like I thought the big move of Tiffany getting thrown in episode 2 was big, but this felt bigger because this was something that Alyssa said from episode 1. Like I'll just put it out there, Alyssa, if you want to come on the show and let people know how you feel, like I want Alyssa on the show because she masterminded this whole thing. Kylan's been surprising me. That's one of my picks I'm confident in because I haven't, been confident in a lot of my other picks that I made in the draft. But I remember that I picked Kylan and he's won the last 2 challenges, and he made this big move to take out the person that got him, get out eliminated in Big Brother 23. So this is the type of stuff that we need. We need people thinking strategically. Like all this group play of my show against your show is all fine and dandy for the first couple of episodes, but we need these big moves, like Jeremy said, where people are taking shots at one another because of their history against each other.
Who got eliminated? It was Shan, but I don't think I have her actual. What's her actual name?
Just go Survivor Shan.
Shannon,
Cher has her. Shan Smith.
Okay.
Shan Smith. Yeah.
I pulled up the wrong one. Hold on. All right, there it is. Where's she at? Oh, Shan Smith right there.
Right there. Yeah.
All right. Yes, I've lost my top pick. Very sad. SP3 is you've lost 2 people. I've lost
Giovanni and who else did I lose?
Giovanni and Tasha.
Oh yeah,
both later round picks. Yeah. Kylan was a good pick. Kylan is he's doing very well. Man, I've lost my top 2 males. I think it looks good. Shit is rigged.
I mean, my top picks are not looking the greatest.
My female, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about the females, Alyssa and Angela. I feel very good about both of them. I have both of them. I'm feeling good on that side of things. But
and you got Alyssa late. You got Alyssa late round.
So. I knew Alyssa wasn't bad either, and I knew she had ties with like Big Brother. I just didn't know like how that would go for her because she had ties with Big Brother, but she was like on the outside of the cookout. So I was based on kind of Big Brother 23, what I saw on that show, and then of course things happened after the show, and that's why like a lot of the Big Brother 23 cookout people got taken as early as they did. I mean, Xavier and Tiffany went 1, 2. Xavier, Tiffany, Azza, like they went 1, 2, 3. Yeah. That's what everyone kind of knew. And then Kylan. I mean, Kylan was still a high pick for you in the 3rd round. But yeah, we went heavy on the Big Brother 23 like cookout people, and then it just we had to figure it out from there. Yeah, I did get Alyssa.
Share with maybe the sleeper pick of this entire draft, 4th round, Tyson who's looked like a beast.
Yeah, he's been very good. Yeah. Can't believe it is rigged. My top pick out. Bullshit.
How we have went from the top 2 picks being the champions of All-Star 3 to the top 2 picks out after 4.
Because I had the top pick. Had I had the 3rd pick, Xavier and Tiffany would have won. They would have won. The butterfly effect. SP3, isn't that? Did I use that term correctly there? The butterfly effect.
Great movie. Yes, I agree. It is the butterfly effect. You need to put all your thoughts in a notebook and then read it back when you're a little bit older.
Should let me DM Mark Long right now. on air and see if he wants
on
to.
air. On air.
I don't.
We
I don't think
we
I
still
don't think
haven't
his
heard back
DMs
from
circle.
the circle, and
Yeah,
we still need to sign up Share for Love Island, but
Oh,
we should find a way to sign her up for Love Island UK. I don't know about the USA. You told me the USA is a step down from Love Island UK from Love
I
Island
want to
UK.
watch. I want to watch. I can't DM Mark Long. He's apparently his DMs are not open. He doesn't have like any type of email listed. I bet he follows Share.
Yeah,
I'll just tweet him. I'll just tweet him. Like I'll just do a public tweet. Hey, Mark Long.
And then ask Sean to retweet it.
Challenge podcast on a wrestling website, and we'd love to have you on the show. Is that it? Like, that doesn't seem like a good tweet.
We want to talk about your aspirations for wrestling. We want to talk about All Stars 3, All Star future seasons, wrestlers you want on challenge.
Should I mention Fightful? I mean, I don't know if he's going to click my profile picture. Okay, I'll mention Fightful.
Yeah,
I feel like
mention Fightful in there.
Semi-big name in the wrestling world. The challenge podcast on a wrestling website, Fightful, and we'd love to have you on the show. Should I say we just interviewed Paulie and Cara? Like, or is that going to make him hate us?
I don't think he has that. I don't think he has that much. Does he have any history with them? I think he was on like Battle of the X's with Cara, but they didn't have any beef or anything like that. I don't know.
I'll just say, hope you're well. Let me know. Thanks. Is there a good gif of like Mark Long? Is there a cool like Mark Long gif where he's like, let's go?
Let's go. Or just him in the front row with the Miz. I don't know.
Yeah. There's no good gifs of Mark Long, unfortunately. Let's see anyway. All right, no gifs then. I don't want to use like a CT let's go gif. Yeah.
This is what we do, Power Driver Finisher. We get stuff done here on FMC. You guys have bared witness to us, applying for the circle. We tease.
Right, I've publicly messaged Mark Long. Yeah, where's Sean Ross Sapp to retweet this?
Yeah. Tell him, please retweet this.
Yeah.
More likely for. Yeah, he'll do it. He'll do it. Say that we want to get Sean on the challenge.
Could you imagine Sean Ross Sapp on the challenge? I hope he gets his ass kicked. I'm gonna punch him in October.
What if y'all did like a Fightful challenge? Like y'all did a Fightful challenge and like you versus
he'd probably win that. Have you seen us? We all look like Sean like actually like trains and like he's in like semi shape. The rest of us, we're just a bunch of white dudes behind a key. I'm trying to think. No, hold on. Who would be good at like a Fightful challenge? Cher would be good because
Reg would be good.
Yeah, Reg would be good. Yeah, Cher plays the political game very well. Nobody would throw her in. I'd throw her in.
I think Jensen would be good at puzzles.
Jensen would probably be good at puzzles. See, Jensen, I don't know. Like he might go under the radar. I don't know how good like Jensen's social game would be.
I think he got a good social game because he's like I always when I do shows with him, we're brothers from different Caucasian and black mothers.
So this isn't.
He would be good like me at the social game.
So this is what I'll say about Jensen. It's not they do a bad social game because he's great to talk to. Like everyone loves Steven Jensen. I don't know like how much I do know a little bit like his actual like interactions with a lot of us. Like I don't think he talks to like Sean a lot, like off like I don't know if he's like ever done a show with Sean, like how much he talks to like Cher, how much he talks to like anybody who's like associated with the website. Jensen just kind of like does his own thing. Like he'll like Twitter, like social or like publicly on Twitter.
I do agree with Mr. JJ, Will Washington. He may be the sleeper of the
Will Washington
because he would kill at trivia. He would kill y'all at trivia.
Yeah, he would. Here's what I'll say about Jensen because he doesn't like. I don't think, and I could be completely off base with this. I don't think he interacts with us the way we all like interact. That's either going to allow him to go under the radar, and we'll all like backstab each other, or we'll just see him as like, we don't really like have any association with Jensen. We'll just like toss him out early. I would protect my spotlight brother. I'd be like, no, I'd look out for Jensen on that end, because I know Jensen's very valuable, and I try to associate myself with him, so maybe people would like me more, because I've burned a lot of bridges with all my fuck Sean Ross Saps, fuck Cher Delaware. Like I've basically told everyone.
I think y'all wouldn't be pussies, and I think everybody would be targeting Sean to get out first.
Oh, 100%.
I think it would be Sean or Jimmy. Y'all would target first to get out.
Jimmy's not going to do the show. Jimmy would refuse to do the show. He'd refuse to do
it. Jimmy's like, I'm TJ. That's what's happening.
Jimmy would host the show. He wouldn't actually do the show.
But you would have to think quick to either join an alliance or build your own alliance, because the Grapsody alliance, I think, is the strongest.
The Grapsody alliance is very strong. See, I would try. See, everybody likes them too, because I don't know who I could like turn against them. Like I would maybe like try to align with like Cher and be like, we got to get these Grapsody guys out of here. Like they're bonded. Like we gotta
like.
See,
you get Cher and Jensen. I think you would have to do that type of thing.
Nobody will turn against them though. I gotta like Cher might, because she understands it's a game, right? Like she
and Denise would.
If
you recruit Denise would definitely. You saw how she did well on Quizlemania, so
yeah, that's
she would
true.
definitely.
Denise would understand it's a game. If I could get Cher and Denise on my side, like the karaoke alliance, it'd be good. I think we could do okay. Like, you're in this SB3. Are you? Whose side are you on? You're in that. You're part of Fightful. You're on Overbooked. You have just as much a role as Cher does.
If it Overbooked counts, I'd love to. I would have to team up with Jensen and you guys. Like, even though I love my Grapsody fellas, but that alliance is too strong. Like those three are too tight. Like I can't even play the black card and ease in with them. They are too tight. I would have to go against them, but still like be their friends.
I don't know if I trust you. SP3. I gotta say, I'm not sure I would trust you.
I'll be fair. I'm playing it like West.
See, I know you're a big West fan. You're saying like on the show here with me, you're like, oh yeah, Grapsody guys, that's very strong. I don't know if this was Will Washington in this chair, you'd be like, Grapsody, I'm like the fourth host. Like I filled in for you when you were out. Like Jeremy, fuck him. Like I don't need to align with him.
Like Jeremy, I was doing Degrassi News with Jeremy, that he had to go get a shoot job, and he ruined that.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Jeremy's always targeting me on Pillar to Post. Like.
See,
I'm playing.
I know how you work, SP3.
Different sides, but I think the strongest alliances would be Money Marks onto something. Alex and Kate, that would be a strong alliance. Grapsody would be a strong alliance. So that's why I think everyone else would have to kind of band together to kind of break up those alliances.
Alex and Kate's a strong alliance. I mean, I think Alex would admit this. I don't know how good he's going to be in the challenges aspect of it. Alex is a bigger guy, and I don't know how well he's going to do in that portion of it.
Big Easy made it to some finals. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, because nobody threw him in there, though. No one threw him in there. That's
it. Who would want to go against Alex if it's a physical elimination, though? Yo, this is going to be a whole episode of FMC. Like,
we need Cher for this. We really need Cher to chime in on this.
Yes.
Maybe next week we will do like the Fightful challenge and how this would go. How many people do? I mean, we definitely have enough to fill out like a roster. We had 20 people.
Oh, definitely. You need 20. They usually have like 28 if you do like the people from the the website,
we throw in Overbooked people. We thought we'd be good. Oh, I'd 100% turn on like everybody. Yeah, Alex on a hall brawl would be tough, but you just gotta kind of like you just gotta gas them though, right? Like just go low,
Yeah.
take out the knees. I think I don't know. Alex's social game would be good though. Everybody likes Alex. He'd probably say something that gets him in trouble though. He'd piss somebody off with what he says. He always pisses somebody off with what he says.
He's too honest sometimes.
Yeah,
so yeah.
He'd piss somebody off. See, the physical competitions on this, we'd all suck at it. I know I'd be very bad at them. I'm very small, like physical like thing. I'll break in half if it's me and Pulowski in like a hall brawl. He will just like truck through me and just break me. Can't truck
through anybody. Like I'm really like trying to like think about anyone who would.
Now Reg is built like Reg is built.
That
like,
is true. Yes.
Yeah.
Reg looks pretty built. So yeah, like that's why I'm saying that Grab City alliance.
Yeah, we gotta get them out
because Will has the brain, so he's gonna do good at like puzzles and trivia. Well, Phil is ridiculously smart, and he does it, and he's on the low about it.
Phil's like such an all around, but just like low key sneaky good. He's that guy that just like flies under the radar for the first half of the season. And then
wins all the challenges.
And then the second half, he's just like, wait, he hasn't like said anything all season. Who is this guy? And then he just starts winning. That's it.
Oh man, this is a really good conversation. Yeah, we definitely gotta get Cher on here. Yeah, we gotta get Cher on here, and we gotta book the Fightful Challenge roster here. Yeah. If Stat King's right, if I could get Romeo and Drunk Guy, then we could really make some moves to break the real big alliances up.
I think a lot of people would target me and Cher because they know we're challenge fans as well. And you as well, SP3. But like people like you. I don't think anybody like actually likes me, and I've burned so many again fake bridges with all of these people to where they're just like, oh, I heard what you said about me on that show, Jeremy. Like this is where all of my theatrics on air would just get me in so much trouble. Like that it'd get me in so much trouble of like, nope, you've pitted me against this person. Yeah, it all come back to bite me. They definitely target me 100%. I'd be out quickly. I know it. I don't even know how I'd win. I don't think I'd do well in the physical stuff. I've already like social game. I'd be out pretty quickly. Yeah.
Like you badmouth everybody on social media. Like
I do.
The producers would be flashing up all your tweets. Like,
yeah.
Sean Ross.
I literally yesterday I said I'm gonna punch Sean Ross Sapp in October. I said fuck Sean Ross Sapp on today's show. I don't take too many shots at the Fightful people. I'll take shots at like John Alba, Alex McCarthy, Connor Casey. The Fightful people, I don't take too many shots at. So outside of Sean, like Denise, I say nice things about her. I've probably said like mean things to Cher. I've buried you so many times on Pillar to Post. I'd be fucked there. The Grapsody guys, I got a good relationship with. I've never been mean to them. I run in on Will's show all the time though, and I feel like he has resentment towards me on that. Like he's gonna be like, "You fucking keep ruining my show with your stupid run-ins." Like
Will's gonna be smart, and he's gonna probably try to catch my ear. Like you really gonna align with Jeremy? And
yeah, everybody's just gonna take me out. He keeps talking shit. He wants all these raises and stuff. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be taken out so quickly. It's gonna be bad. We'll get Cher on here and actually like really deep dive into this, even though I feel like we did a big deep dive. But yeah,
we got to get Cher's input on what she would think and who would miss out on the cut too. Cher's gonna be like the executive producer of like we'll give her like 30-40 different names, and then she'll whittle it down to 28.
There's a lot of names too. Yeah, you throw in like everybody who writes for the site, especially Overbooked, because we got a good like 15 names just off of Overbooked. Some people are going to be left off. That's going to be very very sad. But
yeah,
what can
Joel
you do?
Pearl, sorry, you have to go.
Oh yeah, fuck Joel Pearl. That's another one. He's immediately going after me. I gotta use the fiance to like curry some. Everybody loves her. She's great.
Yeah,
everyone loves her. So I'd be like, you're not gonna do this to me. Like I gotta play the fiance and the kid card. Those are the two cards I gotta play. Like you're really gonna like do this, and I got kids, man. Like you're just gonna eliminate me. So
you're gonna go to Corey route.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Yeah, I gotta play the fiance and the kid card because kids gain sympathy, and everybody loves the fiance. So I gotta be like, you're gonna do this? Like you're gonna embarrass me like this in front of her, like on television? Yeah, that's the way I gotta play.
Or we could do it like a pickup game where, because we are the 3 challenge fans, me, you,
draft?
and Cher. Yeah, we draft people for Fightful. That's the episode next week that we need to do.
Yeah,
that we draft.
I love this.
That's how we do it. We're gonna draft people from Fightful for the challenge.
Okay, we're doing that. That's next week's episode. We're gonna do a Fightful draft for the challenge. Me, SP3, and Cher. That's our next draft. I don't know how we can't actually like win this thing because it's not actually like gonna play out or anything. But that's a good idea. That's a good idea, SP3. I love that. All right, so how many teams we're doing? What's 6 times 3?
It's like cutthroat. It's like cutthroat.
Yeah,
it's 3 teams. 3 teams.
Okay, 3 teams. How many picks are we getting?
Well, so they usually do like 28, unless like one of us we'll get.
What's the math?
I always say
give
shit. Yeah,
so we each get 6 picks.
8 each, because that would be 27.
Is that the math? I'm terrible at math.
Yeah, we each get 8.
Oh yeah, we each get 8 picks, including us. Yeah.
Okay,
so 8 picks. The fiance says, "Don't drag my innocent children." And says, "I'm trying to win us money. I gotta win however I can win, baby." Come on.
And then since Jimmy is the host of this Fightful challenge, it's Jimmy putting up the money. There's Jimmy putting up the money for the cash prize.
Jimmy's gonna change the rules like before the challenge to make sure I lose and shit. Jimmy doesn't like me.
He's gonna do the TJ twist where we do the whole challenge with these 3 teams, and then he's gonna be like, everybody in pairs.
Yeah. Jimmy's gonna fuck me over so I don't win. He does that show, that Know Your News show, and they've done like 20 episodes of it. I've never been asked once to be on this show. SP3.
I saw a comment from you. That was great.
You've been on Joel Pearl. All these people have been who has been on this show? Hold on.
Denise
done like 20 episodes of this shit.
Queen of the Ring, Alex.
Like, is this it?
Alex, okay, your arch enemy, Alex McCarthy's been on there.
Pulowski is there. I see him. Like who else is here? Yeah, Queen of the Ring. Denise. Again, Jarrett Bailey. Is Jarrett Bailey been on there? McCarthy.
Yes.
I work for this website allegedly. Van Vliet, of course. Like, I mean, Sean's at least understandable. Fucking John Alba. Like, Will Washington. At least he works here. Alicia Toots. She doesn't work. It's because she's Canadian. Like,
there you go.
I work. Connection. I allegedly work for this website. I think I'm important to this website.
Allegedly.
I feel I'm like semi-important to Fightful SP3. Like semi-important.
I think you are. Being a news writer, you're the GOAT of news writing headlines. So
I've never been asked on this show, and there are people who have been on this show who don't work for the website, who don't, or they do work for the website, but their role's not as big as mine. Like
that would be the biggest pop for me if your fiance gets on there before you.
She probably will. She'll get offered. I don't think she'd do it because she doesn't like the attention, but probably. What are we doing? This is why I know I wouldn't win. Jimmy Van would host the challenge Fightful, and he would just be like, oh, yeah, let's change the rules in the middle of it. I'd get first pick, and I'd get Sean, and then he would just change it to where, like, I just all of a sudden don't get Sean. I don't know how it would happen.
This is great. I can't wait for this. Like I'm very much excited. I'm more excited about this than the Challenge USA draft that we did.
Jimmy would introduce what's the algorithm thing. He'd introduce like the random button, and he'd like press that, and then whoever like gets picked, now they switch teams, and it would just magically land on whoever I picked first. It would magically land on Sean Ross Sapp.
He would be like, you would feel like you had the perfect team, and then he would press the random button and be like, you actually picked for SP3's team.
Yeah. Exactly. How am I not on this show? Everybody gets asked. Nobody asked me to do any of this stuff.
It's okay.
Bullshit.
It's all right.
SP3. Yeah, I'd be told. If he told him on the show, show up, and then told him not on the show. Somebody else would be there. Fucking who can I bear? Connor Casey would just. I was trying to pick somebody who hasn't done the show. Like I'd show up and Connor Casey would just be there, and then I'd be like, Connor, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I've told him on Know Your News, and then Jimmy Van would be like, yeah, Connor's on the show, Jeremy. I don't know who told you. It's like, you told me, Jimmy Van. You told me to show up. And then he does the great TJ line where he's like, I lied. You remember when he did that? I forgot. Oh, it was like the money or something. He's like, yeah. I told him no, we're getting this much. I lied. That's one of my favorite TJ clips. That's what Jimmy Van would do to me.
He'd be like, all right, hello, goodbye. Never see you never. Hit you with that.
Fiance, by the way, would be great on this show. She reads like way too much news. She's always telling me like, oh, this happened in news, this happened in news. She'd be great on this. She'd have great reactions to all this. I don't think she'd actually do it, but she'd get offered to it before I would.
Yeah.
How'd you get to do it before I did SP3?
Jimmy asked me. He asked me. I have a good rapport with Jimmy.
Doesn't fucking ask me to do anything.
He knows my appreciation for Canada. That's why.
Oh. I'm the biggest Canadian out of all of you because I actually like hockey. That's why Jimmy doesn't actually like me, is because my team swept his team in the conference finals. So he's holding.
To be fair,
over that.
I'm a big Mighty Ducks fan, so that's all my knowledge. Jimmy even made fun of that. Jimmy even made fun of that. That I probably watch hockey and wonder where's the flying V. I do. I legit do.
I always wondered that too when I first watched Mighty Ducks. I was like, why are these fuckers doing the flying V? Come on now.
Like, why not do the flying V? Just do that. That's what that worked for me. But yeah, we got our draft, our Fightful challenge draft. But you wanted to do something with pickup since I made the pickup basketball.
I did. I need to like link Caden to this before he yells at me and is like, "Why wasn't I on the show today?" I'm not drafting Caden in our challenge draft, by the way.
he's gonna be an alternate.
Yeah, Caden's not gonna get picked.
Poor Caden.
I've linked you, Caden. See, Caden's another person who I bury, and if he gets on the show, everyone's just gonna be like, "Yeah, fuck Jeremy, just gonna take him out." At least I have a team. My own team would turn against me. I've burnt way too many bridges with people. If I drafted Sean, like he'd turn against me in a heartbeat just so he could lead the team. Like, it'd just be same with Denise. I feel like people would look at me as like, I'm not fucking Jeremy's not leading us. This isn't happening. They have no respect for me. Like they turn on me so quickly. I'd be so screwed on this thing. Bad.
Oh, this is great. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be the best thing. This might be the best episode that we do it. We're gonna get challenge producers next to interview because they're gonna be like, man, you guys came up with such a unique concept with the Fightful
I bet we could get like a challenge producer. I don't actually know who produces the show, but I just assume, by the way,
I've been tagging the challenge more, so maybe they'll get the attention. So
I just assume like Cher knows somebody who knows everybody. So like if we want to get a challenge producer on, I think we could. I'm kind of confident we can get Mark Long on if we're just saying Cher. Like she just knows everybody. She can make anything happen. Caden, what do you want?
Why am I getting buried today?
I don't know, because it's Monday.
Hey, I said you'd be an alternate.
No, you're drafting me. I will be drafted. I will be getting drafted next week.
We will see. We will see. There's a limited. There's only 8 spots. 8 spots for each of these teams.
Yeah, there's 8 spots per team. Like there's a lot of spots.
Yeah.
I feel like Caden would have to get drafted.
If Joel Pearl is drafted before me,
see, that's another one. Like I can't. Joel Pearl. If I tried to draft him, he'd be like, "Well, fuck this." Like, I think I could use the fiance and the kids as a way to keep Joel Pearl on my side. He might like go for that because again, everyone loves her. So I think like I'd be like, Joel, you're really not going to do this. But then everyone would turn it like, oh, you love your fiance and your kids so much, like go hang out with them. You don't need to be on this show. That would be what would fuck me over. Jeremy reflecting on his own life right now. Yeah, kind of.
Realizing the decisions you've made that might backfire on you.
It all fucked me over on this fake Fightful challenge fantasy draft. All of these life decisions I've made has screwed me over in some hypothetical bit that we're doing that'll never actually take place. Yes. This is funny that Jeremy mapping out how the Avs are going to lose every playoff game. I'm still not convinced we won the championship, even though I saw it happen.
You'd be
actually, you know what? I got my hat. I got my Stanley Cup champions hat, baby.
You would draft Joel Pearl and he'd pull an Eric Lindros and say, "I'm not playing for you."
And we got Peter Forsberg out of that trade, so that's fine. If I could draft Joel Pearl and trade him for whoever Peter Forsberg of Fightful is, I'm good. That's the best trade in Avs history. So,
but you also have to be strategic with this because you don't want to just pick a team full of people you would have an alliance with because you do want some of those people on the other teams so they won't 100%. Vote for you if you lose one of the challenges. 100%. You got to think strategically. So I'm not going to be picking, Romeo and Drunk Guy JJ just because they're True Hill Heat. I want them to be on one of the other teams because that will lessen the likelihood that they put me in one of the eliminations.
Yeah. I completely agree with that. I don't have alliances with anybody. Everybody hates me. I don't think I'd pick Jensen for that reason because I think Steven Jensen actually likes me. And so
he does.
Yeah. So I wouldn't want him on my team. I would want him, but Jensen's also loyal. So whatever team he's on, he's going to go with that team. He's going to be like, yeah, sure. Whatever you guys want to do. See? So I don't know if Jensen would actually protect me because he actually is loyal.
Yeah. That's why Stat King, he just giving you a prediction, not a prediction. It's a spoiler. I'm probably picking Romeo to avoid him from voting me into elimination on one of y'all teams. So just to let everybody know.
I think I'd either be really good because I'd get a bunch of sympathy for being the youngest, or I do really bad because I have absolutely no allegiances with anybody.
Well, you're not getting picked, so it doesn't really matter.
You're an alternate. Someone might get hurt, and then you can replace them. You're an alternate. Why is that not good? That's a great thing. Someone can get hurt with 2 episodes left.
Yeah, you know how many you know how out of shape we all are? Somebody's gonna get hurt pretty quickly. You'll be in quickly, Caden. Joel Pearl's gonna pull something. You'll get in. I'm definitely gonna be hurt quickly. I got back issues, everything. You'll get in there very quickly, Caden. You'll be fine. This is gonna be the best bit we ever do next week. You're gonna have to clip so much to turn into shorts from this.
I know. I'm really behind on my shorts too. I gotta get a lot done today.
Yeah, get to work. Get to work, Caden.
I was on vacation and then my grandma got married.
Aw.
Oh, cool. Congratulations to your grandma.
Congrats to your grandma.
Speaking
What
is
of
she, like 30?
vacation,
Yeah, I was like, you
Where's
were on
your grandma,
vacation. You said
like,
you want to review Broadway shows. What does the show become that Caden's reviewing?
yeah, I'm
Broadway
gonna review
shows?
Broadway today.
All right, go review your Broadway shows.
There's nothing in hockey. Y'all talked about the trade since I was on vacation. So let's talk
Yeah,
about
what's happening?
Broadway. So
All
I
right.
went to New
It's
York
dark
City
tonight.
last week. What?
Broadway is dark tonight.
It is. It's a Monday. Yeah. So I saw 2 shows.
It's a Goo Goo Dolls reference. Goo Goo Dolls. Come on, guys. Come
what are we
on.
doing here? What are we doing?
Goo Goo Dolls reference.
Go ahead.
I saw Beetlejuice on Sunday and it was very good. I thought the music was very funny and well done. And the actor who played Beetlejuice did a very good job of just being like encapsulating the OG Beetlejuice vibes, but in his own way. So very descriptive review about Beetlejuice. I believe that if you're in New York and you have a choice between watching one musical, go watch Beetlejuice. It was just phenomenal. What are you shaking your head about, SP3?
If you can afford it, you better go see Hamilton. Hamilton is amazing.
Hamilton's on Disney Plus. Just go watch it there.
Nah, you got to see it live. It's
I saw
not
it
the
live.
same.
I've seen it live. I've seen it on Disney Plus. The Disney Plus version is better because it has the original cast. Do not waste $500.
I seen it with the original cast. That's what I'm saying.
We can't see it with the original cast anymore. They're gone.
Hey, Wicked was really good too.
Wicked is good.
Wicked is really good. I've seen
now.
I used to go to Broadway for free because of my job.
Yeah, back when you were an American and didn't live in the UK.
No, back when I worked in like hotels instead of on
back where when you were an American SP3.
Ridiculousness.
Oh, JJ's asking me about F1. Yeah, so Sebastian Vettel, just to take a quick turn into F1, Sebastian Vettel is one of the best racers of all time. I think he has 5 or 6 championship wins.
What does this have to do with Broadway? You got to clear F1 talk with us.
He has a...
He didn't send a super chat?
All right, JJ sent a super chat, and I'll...
Is this the type of treatment you want? You better hope no one gets injured on Jeremy. You better hope no one gets injured on Jeremy's team. This is how you're gonna be treated.
No, everybody's gonna turn against me. It doesn't matter. I would be out very quickly. Everyone's gonna turn against me. The producers might keep me around because they know I'm gonna like start shit though. They're gonna change up the elimination. Not if Jimmy Van has any say, but if like if other people have say of like they know how reality television works, they'd be like, oh, what was it, the Weston CT elimination where they're like, not a men's elimination today. Like, nope, we ain't losing one of them in episode 2.
Switch it up. Switch it up. It's a women's elimination.
I might be okay on that front. If the producers are like, yeah, we got to keep Jeremy around. He's going to keep starting shit. So, all right, Kaden, do you have anything else to say? I thought this show was going to go like an hour because we had nothing to talk about. And then we get on our challenge Fightful draft. Well, we still have our like a little bit of basketball to do.
Well, now it's time for the show I hated. I saw another show. We were trying to go see this play called POTUS. It has I don't remember her last name, but her first name's Rachel from like that SNL cast that had Fallon and Polar
Rachel
and all
Dratch,
of them.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so so I wanted to go see that. We were trying to get tickets, and then they kept selling out. And JJ did send a super chat.
Kaden, thoughts on Vettel retiring, Alonso joining Aston Martin? The season is done. Nobody is catching Verstappen in the title race. Well, JJ just gave his thoughts. What do we need Caden's for? Continue about this POTUS thing.
Vettel retiring is an end of an era. That's what I'll say. So We then tried to get tickets, and they kept like Ticketmaster basically kept putting them in our cart. Went to check them out, and those tickets were never actually available, and they were already bought by somebody else because Ticketmaster is a joke and a fraud. So then my dad is in a cab on his way back from work. Last minute buys tickets to, it's called Mr. Saturday Night with Billy Crystal. We go to this show. I see the average age is about 82 years old in the audience. I thought
Billy
I was
Crystal.
going to need to break out my CPR skills in the middle of this show. I was prepared. Oh, wow, this show was bad. This was a show for 80-year-olds.
Well, yeah, of course you didn't like it.
Why are you age shaming?
Yeah, it's Billy Crystal. Like, he ain't doing a show for you.
But I was dragged to this show when I could have been seeing Aladdin.
Great job, Caden. You've managed to bury Billy Crystal and piss off our over 80 demographic. Thanks a lot.
All I will say is I've seen Aladdin. It ain't that good. It's all about the genie. The genie is the best
The
part.
genie, yeah, I wanted to see the
That's
genie.
it.
Look, this was a play for a man who retired 2 weeks ago, and it was not good. The humor
Billy
was
Crystal is not retired, I don't think.
No, it's a play that a certain man who retired 2 weeks ago would have enjoyed.
People retire at 65.
That's the type of humor
Katie.
it was.
Yeah.
They retire at 65, not 82.
I don't care what age you retire at. This play was shit. It was so bad.
It's not for you. It is not
I don't
for
care
you.
if it was for me. I didn't want to be there.
All right. Well, then it worked out. It was what it was. You weren't supposed to be there. You didn't like it. You shouldn't have gone.
Look, it was cool to see Billy Crystal. I'll say that.
Oh, you're not going to say nice things about Billy Crystal after you just buried his show?
Yeah, man. Stop being age shaming. You told us your grandmother just got married at the ripe age of what, 35? Because you're like 10. So your grandmother has to be like 35. So not everybody could be as young as your grandma.
I'm going all in. Billy Crystal is terrible. He's overrated. Not actually.
Everyone go watch City Slickers. That movie rules. Billy Crystal's great in it. Bye, Caden. Go away. This is why you're not getting drafted next week. I'm not taking Caden. Get out of here. All right.
You make a perfect alternate. He's young right
alternate. He could be an alternate. That's fine. Yeah. That's fine. All right. Real quickly. We spent way too much time on this challenge stuff, which was great. But I did have other ideas for this show, and I at least want to live up to the headline. I've been watching like a bunch of NBA players are just deciding to pick up or play in like pickup games, like the Drew League and the J Crossover League and stuff. So we are going to do like a mini draft here. The fiance is very upset at the Billy Crystal slander. She's sending me shoot text over here. She's not happy.
She also messaged me to say I text I would be on before him, right before you said it.
Yeah. She's not happy about the Billy Crystal slander either. You've managed to piss off the fiance, Caden. Good going.
Now you're in trouble. You're definitely not getting drafted next week.
Yeah. So pickup game. Who are you taking in a pickup game? SV3 off the NBA roster. Give me your. We'll do like a little mini draft here. I'll give you the first pick. This is pickup rules, so it's kind of like call your own fouls kind of stuff. You know, defense isn't really a thing in these pickup games. They just kind of let guys show out. Who are you taking in the pickup game? Here's the caveat. All right, SP3, here's the caveat. You can only take one person who has won an MVP award. All right, only one person who has ever won an MVP award. And you have to take one rookie as well. So one person who has won an MVP, one rookie.
So when you said street ball, I'm gonna go with my first pick is street ball legend, my family, Uncle Drew, Kyrie Irving.
Oh gosh.
He crossing up everybody and hitting threes in everybody's eye. It's a wrap.
I'm taking Steph Curry. Are you kidding me? Steph Curry will be my MVP pick. That's who I'm taking. Steph in a street game, that man is gonna go insane. That man's gonna get no defense.
I already knew you were gonna pick Steph Curry. That's why I picked his kryptonite, Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving going to hit another game winner right in Steph Curry's eye. And my one MVP, I'm going to go with Giannis Antetokounmpo because this man can pretty much play any position for me, and he will shut down everybody on the opposite team.
That's not bad. I'm going with Luka because Luka in a street ball game, it's going to probably like street ball is like a lot of one-on-one. And like Luka as an ISO player, kind of tough to stop. So I'm going with Luka as my MVP or he hasn't won an MVP, but just as my pick. Yeah.
That's a really good pick. I'm going to go with, you got to pick a lot of like one-on-one players. So I'll go with Ja Morant. I'm going to go with Ja Morant. Yeah. Cause he's going to go to the hole every single time. So yeah, I'll take Ja. My backcourt is sealed up already.
You're gonna be mad at this pick. SV3 hasn't won an MVP.
Oh God, no.
Joel Embiid. I'm taking Joel Embiid.
I knew
it. He's not won an MVP. I'm taking Embiid as my center. He's got a little bit of range. His 3-point shot ain't the prettiest thing in the world, but set some screens for Steph and Luka, maybe just dominate down low. You don't have a center yet. Doesn't matter who your center is because it ain't going to be Jokic. All the other centers are trash. So Joel Embiid's he's going to feast on your team down low.
It's a street ball game. So I'm going to need some shooters. So I'll take a center. Call Anthony Towns. Yeah, of course, man.
Embiid's going to feast on this man.
No, Embiid can't guard him. He can't guard him outside. He ain't getting in the paint. Embiid can guard him in the paint, but he ain't getting in the paint. He's going to be hitting threes all day.
He's gonna absolutely feast on this man.
And who's stopping Giannis and Cat? Come on, that's ridiculous. Giannis got down low. I don't need anybody else down low. I just need shooters around Giannis.
Embiid's gonna feast. Embiid is absolutely gonna feast. All right, so I've got my team is Steph, Luka, and Embiid right now. I was gonna take like Anthony Davis and just to see your reaction. I'm not saying he's gonna get hurt within like the first 2 minutes of this street ball game, and then I'm going to play down 5-on-4. Like it ain't gonna work out too well for me. I'm gonna go. I don't want to I'm good on the guards and stuff. I'm gonna go Jason Tatum. I mean, some good scoring. He can create one-on-one. He's a good one-on-one player. Add a little bit of defense because between Steph and Luka, I have no defense up top.
No, you don't.
So Tatum's a good scorer and can play him and Embiid as some defense there. I feel pretty good about. So I'm gonna go Jason Tatum.
Okay. So I got Ja, I got Kyrie, I got Giannis, and I got Cat. So I
still need a rookie.
Oh, I still need a rookie. You're right. So who would I get at the 3? You know what? I'll have Giannis play the 3. I'll have Giannis play the 3 because he could play any position. That's the great part about having a Giannis Antetokounmpo. So just because you want to play games, I'm picking Chet Holmgren on this piece to play the
what is your defense here? Just all this length that Giannis, Chet, and Cat are just gonna like combine arms. Just play like
Absolutely.
Red Rover.
You ain't getting nothing in the inside. You gotta shoot threes all day. We gonna be like, we let Steph kill us with the 3. Y'all ain't getting inside. I got Giannis inside. I got Chet inside. I got Ja, who don't care who you got on the opposite side. He'll go inside and he'll finish. Oh, you're getting washed. You're getting washed here.
My interior defense is good though. Between Jason Tatum and Embiid. My interior defense isn't bad.
Man, Tatum got to get back on defense after he turns over the ball. So
yeah, he does got to stop complaining. That's true. I can't even argue with that. He does got to like not complain a bunch. I can't even say anything about that. That's fine. I'm gonna take Paolo Banchero. I think I'll play him 3-4, whatever. I'll slide Tatum around. It'll be fine. Banchero, like defensively, he ain't all that great, but he's a very good passer. His shooting is hit and miss, but like as a passer, I got shooters around him, and that's what matters. Like I can run a little bit of the offense through him. Good one-on-one player as well. Very physical. I'm gonna take Banchero.
That's good.
Let us know in the chat who. Oh, you want to do 6-man? All right, six man. I'm gonna make up some completely arbitrary rule here for 6-man. We've already done the rookie. We've done MVP. 6-man never made an all-star game. Can't be an all-star as your 6-man.
Okay. And we're doing street ball?
Yeah, street ball.
Okay, so if you're making up arbitrary rule, I'm going to make up arbitrary rule. Whoever we pick, it's in their prime.
Oh, okay. Why do they have to be in their prime?
Because I got Jamal Crawford.
No. We're talking today's players.
He not still playing? I thought he was still playing.
I mean, he might actually be playing. Legit might actually still be playing.
He might still be playing.
Yeah.
And you don't know. You don't know with Jamal Crawford. He just pops up out of nowhere.
That's true.
You're like Groundhog Day. Like, oh shit, Jamal Crawford back on a team that he was on like 10 years ago.
So I should get first pick for 6-man. You got first pick overall.
All right.
I got mine. I got mine.
Yeah.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Never made an all-star team. One-on-one? One-on-one? Shai is nice. 6-man? I'm good.
That's fair.
I'm good.
That's fair. That's a good pick.
I know it's a good pick.
You ain't have to be indignant about it. I don't know if did he make the All-Star? I'm gonna double check this before I pick him.
No, say it, and then I'll look it up, and we'll see if we can make you look dumb on air.
No, that's what you always try to do. That's what your goal.
It's good content.
Is.
It's good
I know,
content.
That's your goal. Oh, perfect. I am picking the one, the only. I'm gonna call him. What was his name here? Kermit Wiltz. I'm picking Kermit Wiltz, aka Anthony Edwards.
Oh, that's nice. I like that pick. That's a good pick.
Yes.
Can't hate on that. That's good.
So yes, let us know in the chat or in the comments if you're watching on demand who had the better team.
Yes. Oh, Caden said he's gonna punch you at Grand Slam.
I dare him. He gotta reach up. He gotta reach. He got.
I'm short as hell. I was too short to box with God.
Arms too short to box with God, and I don't know. And I can't hit you back, Caden, because that's child abuse.
The other thing I posted in the headline is that I have an update on Kevin Durant. I don't know if you heard this with the Kevin Durant rumors going around SB3. This is actually it came out just before we started our show, just like last week. The Jaylen Brown rumors. Woj reported, fuck Kevin Durant. I don't know if you saw that, but Woj had that scoop. That's been the Kevin Durant update.
I was like, I definitely did not hear any Kevin Durant update. I usually check NBA Twitter before I jump on here. So I was like, how is he gonna say fuck Kevin Durant here? Getting those t-shirts, man. That's the next goal for FMC. Is we have so many ongoing bits and sayings, elite big, fuck Kevin Durant. There needs to be stuff made for this.
It really does. All right, let's wrap up this show. It went way longer than I ever could have imagined based on the topics that we had beforehand. But oh man, this challenge draft, this Fightful challenge draft next week's gonna
can't wait. Like I'm so excited.
So yeah, it's gonna be really good. We might be able to do this Like, we'll just do like an episode at fiance's gonna love this. So we'll film an episode of the Fightful Challenge at the wedding. All right, like most people are gonna be there. Just film an episode.
Flip cup.
Yeah. Oh fuck, that's good. That's good. Her family's gonna be so confused. Like, what?
Why are they filming?
Yeah, what are they doing? Like, what are they doing? When I meet her family, they're like, "Oh, so what do you do for a living?" I'm just like, "I do dumb shit with my friends," and then they're gonna see us filming like Flip Cup at the wedding and be like, "Wasn't lying.
Oh, okay.
Let's just do dumb shit with his friends."
Like, that makes sense. That makes sense. Perfect.
Oh man, that's good. Baby, can we film an episode of Fightful Challenge at the wedding? Oh man, that'd be great. We're gonna have to pull this off somehow. We're gonna have to pull this off. Turn my whole wedding into just a bit for this fucking show. Did you just say film Fightful Challenge at the wedding? That's what she just texted me. Yes, that's exactly what I said. Waiting for her to come in here and like kick me in the head or some shit.
The challenge. Fightful.
Oh man, shit. I think we can do this. I mean, I'm gonna need her permission, but
book it.
I got time. I do have time. All right, everybody. That's FMC for this week. We'll be back next week with assuming shares around. We will do our Fightful Challenge draft next week. The whole wedding is a bit. She just said, "Yeah, I mean the marriage is real." I'll tell you off air, SV3, but like our minister, the person who's like legally marrying us, it's kind of a bit. Like, sure, go for it. Yes, we got the green light. Like when people see like who are met, like it's kind of just one big bit. So like I feel like we can film a challenge episode. I don't know what that entails. Neither do I yet. I mean, we kind of fleshed out a little bit. Like Flip Cup's a good shout. Like that's a good.
She watches this show, so she should know that a lot of this stuff we don't plan. Like this was probably the first episode that we ever went in and we talked about what we were going to talk about a little bit before we went live, and then we completely went off on a tangent and made the show 30 minutes longer.
Our wedding is a bit. I mean the license will be real. The love is the realest thing ever, but actual wedding. I mean, let's be honest. Wedding is just a giant celebration to pop yourself, right? Like, that's all it is. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to pop ourselves. We're going to pop all the pals. Be great. All right, everybody. SV3, you want to plug anything?
True Hill SP3 on the Twitter machine. I'll be live in about an hour with Rick Ucchino over on the Believe in Pro Wrestling podcast, talking about that other thing that I don't talk about here. So check that out if you want to hear from me about that.
All right, everybody. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. It's the dumbest show we do every single week. We'll be back next week with our dumbest episode ever. Bye, everyone.